Okay, I've had sort of some requests for maybe a prescription, I suppose. And it is basically that I'm talking about the upper dimensional math and grid for Alzheimer's, and it does have to do with that. You have to understand the upper dimensional mind grid, which coincides with the universe. So I'm going to start with that again. You do have to understand how to graph in higher dimensions in order to avoid Alzheimer's. Now here's what I'll tell you. Now there's these 0 points in grids. I don't have my papers with me. Well, I showed them in another one. They're vertexes, there's shapes, and there's vertexes all over, okay? And clearing through these vertexes is what clears the brain of, and I think it could even take plaque away from Alzheimer's. But let me start with prescriptions and I'll tell you why. So here's another reason. This was the lungs, this was the heart. Clearing these things, believing your heart is an amazing thing. Blue might be believing in angels. Purple might be believing in possessions. Green might be believing in your children. Red might be believing in not believing. Might be believing in the devil, who knows? And then the reverse happens on the other side. So you have to not believe at the same time, and you have to question always. You have to believe and question. So that's prescription number 1. Believe and question.
Are you going to start reading the prescription?
Yeah, where the hell did I put that? Okay, now the prescription is here's an unofficial Alzheimer's prescription, okay? This is unofficial because I am not a doctor. I should be, though, because these people in the Alzheimer's clinic say exercise and eat right. Okay, we can exercise and eat right all we want. My mother did that very well. Stop. My mother did that very well, and she got Alzheimer's. I believe because she didn't believe in God, and she used to say, oh my God, my dad's not visiting me in dreams, he's not an angel. Well, Mom, he was an angel, and you just denied that your dad was basically dead when you were doing that. So she used to scream in our household, and we had this weird relationship with God. So but that's just one thing. Now here's a prescription. Coffee with cold cream and no sugar. For some reason, that clears your head. I'm just going by my own instincts and feelings and things. I remember stuff when I drink coffee with cold cream, no sugar, because I don't have the crash and I don't forget stuff. Energy drinks with no sugar. Bang energy drink and NOS are very good. If you just drink those and you just start spewing your head, you will not get Alzheimer's. What it does is it clears that part. I'm telling you, it clears these 0 points. There's 0 points everywhere. This is a graph. See, this is the other side of the graph. That is a graph of the heart, of the lungs. This is a graph of the 3D world. You have to interact with those. You have to interact with your belief in angels, with your belief in shamans, with your belief in the Russians, your belief in the USA, whoever you want to believe in. So, coffee with cold cream and sugar, no sugar. Energy drinks, no sugar. Make them cold. Put a lot of ice in them. Okay, prayer for songs or dances for commonly lost items. Keys, wallet, phone, your booty. Those are pretty much the only things that you're going to lose in your wallet. Everything else, your wallet should be your purse. It should have all your possessions, your money, all that. Your phone is big. These are really the only things that we lose nowadays. Now, within those items, you have to also have more keys than one key. So you might want to have a bunch of different prayers or songs, because if you dance forever, we never lose our rhythm. You can dance forever, and I swear you will not get Alzheimer's, because you will clear these dimensional things in your brain. Why? Why would you try to distract me? Because I can't be distracted, because I'm not going to get Alzheimer's? You will clear this stuff, I'm telling you, if you do this stuff. Now, sugar should be gotten with smoothies. So you should drink smoothies as much as possible. And yes, this obviously does have to do with diet, but my smoothies are this. You buy whole frozen fruit, and then you put a little bit of syrup in it. And that is where you can get some more of your sugar. And then maybe even cream from coffee, like a coffee. That's what I use. It might clog your brain just a little bit, yes, but it tastes so good that it gives you so much energy that you can exercise more. So whole frozen fruit smoothies, make your own. They're $1 a piece if you make your own, instead of $7.75 at wherever freaking Jamba Juice or whatever. So that's my first prescription, okay, guys? I will have a lot more things to do. Doing these things clears the geometric grid, okay, in your brain that is shaped like the universe. You will get help from people like angels and God and family members here on earth and in other dimensions if you do this. Trust me. There are people up there looking after you right now. It will prevent plaque from building. Now, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not positive of this. This has not been tested, but nothing has been tested even close to this in Alzheimer's. Nothing. In fact, they're taking money away from Alzheimer's right now. Nobody studies it. Exercise and eat right. Okay, guys, but I'm still challenging you, Alzheimer's associations, to tell me why this is wrong, because this is not wrong. You have to clear your brain of this plaque, and plaque cannot build. Plaque is protein. That is food. That means we're building meat in our own brains. Guess what, people? That is impossible. We cannot build our brains because the only way to build extra protein is to make an extra body. And where's the extra body going to be? It's going to be in the upper dimensions. So Alzheimer's is an upper dimensional disease. We are in the third dimension. Okay? Alzheimer's comes from somewhere here. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Okay, we are in the third. Alzheimer's comes from 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's the interaction between those things that cause Alzheimer's. Now, energy drinks, we're getting close, right, to time. 8 minutes is about what people can deal with it. Energy drinks can sort of make you think, oh God, I feel like heaven today. I feel like running today. I feel great today. Let's go. Let's go. I don't worry about my possessions. Do you worry about your possessions when you're drinking a Monster drink? Probably, because you're probably tired because of the energy crash. But a Bang won't, and a coffee with cream and sugar, you feel good. You start thinking about, man, life is great today. I got a cup of coffee. I'm not sure what foods are going to be perfect, but if you drink smoothies, same thing. Just keep filling it up, filling it up. But then when you do these things, don't get involved in idle conversation. No idle conversation. Only hang with people that are going to help you. Only hang with your homies and people that are going to be like, yes, yes, no, yes, no, yes, you shouldn't do that. Relax. I've gotten people that have said, hey, are you going crazy? You think you solved Alzheimer's? Well, maybe. But at the same time, they're at least listening, right? So then I go back to the table. This has been years in the making, and it will take years for people to even start to understand this, because Alzheimer's is a brain disease. Okay? And then we use about 11% of our brain. Guess what? We've also discovered about 11% of the universe. So as we discover the universe, we discover more of our brain power. As we use our brain power, we get rid of ugly diseases like Alzheimer's. Very rudimentary map, but my maps will get more and more detailed and more better, but they don't have to be if you just understand what I'm saying. We use about 100%, 11% of our brain. When we pray, all of a sudden we use 100%. But if we only pray, then we never come back to reality, because this is our reality, our 3D reality. This is 4th, probably through 9th dimensions. Something like that. And when we die, it might be the 7th dimension, so we actually go further. We can know what happens when we die if we use 100% of our brain. And then again, it's all graphed in here. And it's got all these things. And I wish I had my colored markers, but that really doesn't matter. So 10 minutes, one prescription, coffee with cream and sugar, no sugar, energy drinks, and then talk about it. Talk about your family members and what they were like. Talk about family members that might have it. Okay? What are they like? What are your family members like who have it? My mother didn't believe in God. I think that's why she got it. She was obsessed about our house, which we wound up selling. Obsessed about her 3D goddamn possessions and didn't believe in God. Some people who believe in God too much get their family members pissed, so then they give up their possessions, and that's not good either. I'm not sure exactly how to solve Alzheimer's. It's an impossible disease to solve, actually. But I know I'm not getting it. And I know my sister Lily ain't getting it. And I'm stopping it in my family now. So what it is one family at a time. I love you all. Have a good day. One family at a time. Talk about your members. Talk about family. One family at a time. Everybody has people who get dementia or Alzheimer's. Think about it. Dementia. Dimensions. Alzheimer's doesn't really, that's just some guy who invented it. But dementia is dimensions. I promise you. Dementia is dimensions. There's different forms of dementia. And Alzheimer's is probably the #1 at the top. Later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
You guys believe me, right? I'm going to solve this thing. We're going to solve this thing. The world's going to solve this thing. We're going to do it.
We believe it.
They're as crazy as me, obviously.